Today I have a slightly different type of video for you guys. I've been hinting about it online. I'm very excited about this. I've partnered up with the wonderful folks from YesTechie to ride along on an install that they're doing at this massive warehouse. They're responsible for making the fruit additives and concentrates that go into lots and lots of different products. I don't personally know which ones they are, but they're out here in Southern California, which is one of the major food thoroughfares for the country. The majority of the food, especially in this side of the US, is produced out here, so it makes sense that they would get whatever the fruits that are going into their products shipped out to this facility, then they can process it and then send out the products from there. This company has been around since 1986. There possibly might be still some tech that was put in originally in 1986.
Yep.
But we'll get into that. YesTechie, guys, give me an intro. Who are you and what do you do?
Hi, my name is Anton.
My name is Vladimir.
So we are YesTechie, low voltage contractors. And for the past 3 years, we mostly do Ubiquiti deployments. And this facility, that's our recent project. So we're starting actually today, replacing old stuff which they have. And they have a lot of outdated video surveillance systems, access control, network. It's all different vendors. So our plan is actually install all Ubiquiti gear for the network, for the access control and G6 cameras to make their IT
More modern.
more modern.
Bring them into the 21st century.
Yes, exactly.
As you guys approach this project, and again, not to be too much of a Ubiquiti shill, no, they didn't pay for this video, but as if you follow my channel, I am obviously a fan of Ubiquiti. Why did you choose Ubiquiti for this project?
Same here. We are fans of Ubiquiti because of their tech. All our customers are very happy with unified deployments. For projects like this, they had some requirements. For example, for access control, they want face recognition for their employees. They also have a lot of them, so easy onboarding and management is also very high priority for them. From their video surveillance, they are very interested in integrating more AI for the security, and we're also deploying horns. So they want their security system be more modern. So you can do more things, automate more things. And for us, it was easy choice because nothing on the market that actually offers you that flexibility. Also, there is no licensing fee. And it's for us, it's always, we enjoy installing Ubiquiti because we're really fans of it, not because of some, financial interest. It's just very good tech, and we're enjoying installing it. We enjoy when our customers happy, so that's a win-win situation.
So walk me through, just on this wall alone, I have to see 5, 6, 7 doors. It's a whole mess load of cameras. I believe you said 96 cameras total. Walk me through the totals. What are we looking at? Yeah,
so we're deploying 96 cameras. So we're replacing their current video surveillance system, which is partially it's IP cameras, partially it's analog. So we will rewire those. 8 door access control. Right now, we will go through. It's equipped with a Ring camera to buzz in and the HID reader, which is will be replaced with G3 Pro reader for the face recognition. And we're also deploying around, I need to check, but it's about 20 E7 campus access points.
Let's go inside and take a look at your guys working.
Sure. Yep. Now we are in main distribution point where the ISP comes in. Right now they're using Meraki with 2 ISP lines. They are using SDN for redundancy, like I said, and that's their main basically MDF with all the patch panels. That's where most of their office network, wall plates, outlets, machines connected. And you can see there are already unified switches installed. So what we're doing here, that's a rack. Well, we have 2 ENVRs and they have rails, and they're pretty deep. this rack is gonna go. So we will completely dismantle it, remove everything, re-terminate all the cabling. And the goal is, look at this beautiful rack. So we will use that one for all the Ubiquiti gear, ENVRs. Those servers will gone, and basically we will move this rack there. So it will be just one rack with all the Ubiquiti gear. And the challenge is we need to re-terminate all the patch panels. Right now we have about 200 ends, and disruption for this company is, they work on even night shifts. So we are discussing it doing on a weekend. So we'll probably need to be safe like 2 days. So we will work on weekend to re-terminate it completely, because there is no way not to shut down network. So we need to cut something and re-terminate. Going up.
Going up to install some cable.
Yeah.
Right below.
Yeah, you can see like the ceiling is it's about 45 feet, I believe.
Certainly beats climbing up a ladder.
Yes. Yeah, and you can see how big the facility, and they have cameras installed around. And this cable, like I said, we're upgrading some existing wiring to use Cat 6 for the access points. And right there, the plan is to mount E7 campus access point. It will be ceiling mounted. They had a problem with the Wi-Fi coverage right there. Mm-hmm. And other access points, we will go there. They have in a cold storage room, but the signal from there is very weak. So we're installing one.
In a place as dense as this.
Right. Yeah, and it's pretty dense, and that's a storage. So they use a lot of scanners. Mm-hmm. For them to have 2.4 coverage is very important. Right. Because personnel driving around those aisles and scanning stuff. So the Wi-Fi upgrade was a very big necessity for them, because current Aruba access points, they're not good enough.
Right.
Yeah.
How old is the current Wi-Fi system?
It's about 10, 15 years. We work with a MSP, yeah, so it's pretty old. And for the most part, it works, but like I said, with scanners, they had issues, so they said like we really need improvement, especially in this area. Other areas, then not that bad.
Right.
So that's our IDF number 2. And you can see same thing, all the analog cameras connected over those patch panels. And those are power supplies for the analog cameras. It's about like, I would say 40, 50 of them throughout facility, analog ones, and they have IP, like we said, mix. So that's another distribution point. You see they have already Ubiquiti switch.
Yep.
So we basically will re-terminate everything, install network rack deep enough, because right here we will have 48 Pro Max switch. Mm-hmm. And another one, it's a Enterprise XGS switch. Like basically the goal, because we're installing E7 campus throughout the facility, they have a lot of reaches. So to have a backbone of 10 gigabits, so it will be future-proof network ready for another, let's say, 10 years. Mm-hmm. Today and tomorrow we'll start installing cameras. So those old cameras, we have 96 Ubiquiti cameras. We have a lot of hard drives.
You said this is only 60 cameras so far.
Yeah, so far 60, almost 40 more coming. The thing is, this facility, they have cold storage inside, and they have warehouse zones where for us it was better choice to use outdoor access point. So it needs to be weatherproof. And like you see, it's a pretty huge facility. So campus should be, like coverage would be much better.
So some of the challenges here, it's cold storage. Most of food production facilities they have a cold storage, and we need to install access points and cameras here. It's not a freezer, but it's still cold, and we're gonna use E7 campus access points because it's not waterproof, but it has a pretty good rating, and it's outdoor access point, in fact. So we will replace the old one with a E7 campus, as I said, and we will use a G6 turret here. This is another important area for the production facility, loading docks. As you can see, each of them equipped with a camera.
And those PoE.
Yeah, recording the loading area. They also be replaced with G6 turrets. So as you can see, it's a salad here right now, like old cables, mixed switches and stuff like this. One of them Ubiquiti, but we will replace the rack. We will replace patch panels, and we're gonna replace switches. And one of the reason we need 10 gig ports for the Wi-Fi access points.
And if we have like about 3 or 4 actually from this idea, so here also everything will be clean.
What's running through the orange cable?
It's not fiber.
It's
You can see that's how idea is connected.
Very nice.
yeah, it's a fiber.
We'll leave the other ones. Maybe like use a better plate. No, I think it's terminated there, so we will leave it as is. So just replacing switches and touch panels.
Yeah.
We do our like favorite setup when we have one touch panel on top, then switch, one on the bottom, with the ports, short touch cables. Everything looks future-like with the
Neat and cool.
neat and cool. Yeah.
And you already have the mix and match problem here where you've got Ubiquiti in there
yeah.
as well as that other.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a PoE switch for
Right.
some. I believe that's that's what we're figuring out now, but it's for this vigilant cameras.
Okay.
For the project of this size, it'll be 7 of us working here, and we plan to finish in 10-15 days.
All right, day 2, we're back inside the facility. First day was getting everything lined up, doing an actual final in the field checks. Looks like I got some traffic behind me over here. They did a whole bunch of cable wiring on day 1, as well as putting a bunch of AI horns in and some of the initial infrastructure. So today we're going to actually start doing the install and getting everything lined up. And then over the weekend, they're going to take the plant offline and do the complete rebuild of the rack. I'm going to do a time lapse of that, and then I'll voice over, explain everything that is being done on that. And then we'll come back in a couple of days, see how they've done, and see where they are from now. Ah!
So we have a problem. There is no Ubiquiti patch panels. They are out of stock. So we're trying to be creative. So patch panels will match Ubiquiti rack. This is the paint. Looks perfect. Much better.
1, 2, 3, patch panel without a mess.
Over the next several days, the YesTechie team got to work putting into place everything they planned, starting out here by organizing the main rack, preparing to move everything from the old rack to the new one, and getting the Enterprise 48-port switches all prepped and online. Next up comes an enormous task of terminating and getting ready all of those new cable ends. They said there's approximately 200 of these that they had to go through, so you can see it's several hands on deck here terminating those cables and getting them ready to go into the patch panel. Next up is bringing all of the cable bundles into the rack and getting them ready to be put into the patch panel and then plugged into the 48 port switches. Over here we have the second ENVR, Enterprise Network Video Recorder, going into place, and I believe that is somewhere in the area of 96 terabytes of storage that is being put into place now. Each one of those drives needs to be opened up, put into the tray, and then placed into the ENVR. That is so satisfying. Over here we have our next location, which also was pretty bad from years of neglect. You can see all the cables that they needed to take out of here just in order to get everything cleaned up and fit in nicely. And now is all cleaned up. It looks beautiful with the ether lighting running along inside there. Next up in the second junction room, we have a new rack set up and mounted to the wall there for a couple of 48 port switches, as well as what looks like a Meraki SD-WAN device. Get it all cleaned up, close the door. Back into the main junction room, we have the ever so satisfying look of plugging in all the patch panels, getting the ether lighting switches online, watching all the blinky lights do their thing. I love watching this in time-lapse where you see all the little pieces click into place. It's so satisfying. And that's it. Junction room 1 has 2 ENVRs. You got the UNAS there, some spacers, bunch of patches, enterprise switches, all racked up and looking pretty. This is rack 2 in junction room 2. Close the door, call it a day. And finally junction room 3, complete with another USW Pro, 48 port switch, some patch panels, and your access control controllers. Lights out, tools packed up, all ready to go after a job well done. I love the way that the Ubiquiti racks light up in the dark. It always looks so clean and futuristic. Thank you so much to the YesTechie team for inviting me to come along with them on this install, and hopefully we'll do many more in the future. I already have ideas about how to make the next one even better. Tell me what you'd like to see down in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching.